We've gone through some drawdowns recently in our portfolios, but namely gold and commodities have been some of the biggest dogs in our portfolios. But the highlights have absolutely been the stock indexes, stock index strategies we've had for a long time. We have more information, more diversity of strategies in the stock indexes. In the stock index portfolio 27, modified in July the 1st for a changing from a regular .D symbol to a 24-hour symbol with a custom session, and that was the only change. At equity peaks as of Friday, up 14K on the month. It did have a drawdown like many of our portfolios did, but it did not have a worst case drawdown during this cycle. So you see that drawdown happened here. That was on the date of that drawdown was, let me get that data for you. Let me close this down right here. It's hard to get these data points sometimes. But in August, we had that drawdown right there, and it's made equity peaks since that time frame. So nice cyclical drawdown curve. Stock indexes are the highlight. Let's look at the 200K portfolio. We have the 200K portfolio released on October the 13th, and that was just 2 days ago. That was on Wednesday, and it is up 45.20 on the month, but we only started trading it on October the 13th. We were trading this portfolio right here through September the 30th, and it went through a drawdown, and on September the 30th, it was in a $47,000 drawdown. So we switched to the 50K portfolio, and then we switched back to this setup here, starting on October the 13th, and we had a nice day on Thursday. So we're up on the month. Basically, we had this, we traded through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday trade, and we're up on the month because we were down about 1,600 in the 50K portfolio through the 12th, and then we had a nice strong performance the last 3 days. So the trading for the 200K portfolio is up on the month, working our way out of the drawdown. Our drawdown is steeper than what you see here because we were trading another portfolio, but this is the transition of portfolios. And let's look at some of the other portfolios. Let's take for example, let's look at this this portfolio with, I recently added the feature where you can remove non stock index market. So if we remove the commodities, let's take a look close to an equity peak, then you can undo that. And I've also added the new strategy that I've released that I've sent out to the All Strategy Access, and we'll be sending, if you haven't received that yet, I still will send that to you. These new strategies are not part of our portfolio yet, so it takes time to send it out to everyone. Soybeans Day Trader 3 2022, and then we have Cobra Crude 2022 and Crude Swing 2022. So I have some other strategies that I'm working on as well for 2022, and let's look at the portfolio we were trading on the 200K, and it's 52,000 out of 42,000 drawdown of 52,000. What happens if we remove gold? See that gold has just been a terrible market to trade. It's really hard. Remove the stock indexes or non-stock index markets in general. Where are we? And you see where we are near an equity peak, 38.05 from an equity peak. So commodities and stock indexes have been challenging, so I'm running a lot of new tests and strategies. And so let's undo this right here so we get the gold back. By default, we have them all selected. Then the 50K portfolio is another popular portfolio right here. 1745 from equity peaks up on the month. Let's collapse this list of strategies and filter by market setup. Up 475 on the month. Just consistent, slow and consistent setup. And that is the 50K portfolio. And you can look at all these. The latest results for the portfolio setups through October 15th has been posted. Some of these include a lot of aggressive strategies that we're not trading. All Strategy Access 78 has had some very aggressive strategies that we are not trading right now, but just to give you an idea of what it's done, you know, if you take a look at this, you have $25,000 day yesterday, So it can have some big days. It had a big down month. It's up big on the year, but it made a worst case drawdown in here. So if you take a look, gold. Let's take a look at what would happen if we remove the commodities from this setup. Let's take a look. So near equity peaks, 18K out of 73. So it's a little bit more volatile lately. It's a lot of aggressive strategies lately. Let's take a look at the list. The Nasdaq Strategy, you've got all these 60-minute breakout A's and B's and tick wave and some of these new strategies. So very aggressive 60-minute. This old 60-minute breakout NQ that we're not trading. VSD long only, and that's very aggressive. We're not trading that. So it's a lot of aggressive strategies in that list. And then you can look at the rest of the portfolios. We've updated the portfolio calculator through Friday's trade, October the 15th. You can download it, look at the latest. Highly recommend the 200K, 50K, micros, and we are going to adjust this micro too. I'll send another email about this. Conservative micro portfolio. This is close to an equity peak if you just trade the stock indexes, but it doesn't just trade the stock indexes as it is. This one trades some gold too. We wanted to add gold for diversity, but gold has burned us this year, and we have been out of touch with gold trading this year, and it's been a hard market to trade. And so this is what it looks like. $3,000 drawdown at 33.66. Let's take a look. It's down, up on the year, but down 596. So on the month, here is the drawdown curve. So you can get rid of the gold, and you can get rid of the crude oil as well. Let's take a look at, if you get rid of the gold, this only trades E-mini S&P, E-mini Nasdaq, gold, silver, and crude oil. So what happens if you get rid of the gold? So you can just get rid of the gold and trade the crude oil and the stock indexes and your near equity peaks. Here's what your drawdown curve looks like. So gold is the real culprit here. Good place to start trading this setup. Up 78.94 on the year. To get an idea, this is 1/10 of an E-mini. So if you traded, the E-minis on this and regular crude oil, you'd be up 78,000. And you multiply all these numbers by 10, and kind of slow right in here, but not bad. Very consistent, very consistent. So you could do that. You could get rid of crude oil if you wanted. So get rid of crude oil. And I'll go over this in another video just for the micro. So if you get rid of that, not a lot of difference. So you can keep crude oil, get rid of gold, and get rid of your COMEX subscription if you want to. But that's the latest that I wanted to share with you for trading through October the 15th, 2021.